You woke up. You slept 8 hours. But the moment you opened your eyes, you already felt tired. Not your body, something deeper. If that sounds familiar, this video might explain why. Emotional exhaustion isn't just being tired. It's when you've been carrying so much for so long that even feeling things starts to feel like too much work. It's quiet. It sneaks up on you. And most people don't even realize it's happening until they're already deep inside it. Today, we're going to look at 5 signs that your emotions are running on empty and what's actually going on inside you when they do. Sign 1, everything irritates you for no clear reason. Someone chews too loudly. A notification sound goes off. Someone asks you a simple question, and something inside you just snaps. Not because they did anything wrong, but because you have nothing left to filter the world with. When we're emotionally exhausted, our brain's regulation system, the part that normally says, calm down, it's fine, stops working efficiently. Psychologists call this emotional dysregulation. Your tolerance threshold drops to almost 0. The smallest things feel like the last straw, because emotionally, they are. You're not becoming a bad person. You're becoming an exhausted one. Sign 2. You feel detached from things you used to love. There's a playlist you used to cry to, a show you watched every Friday, a hobby that used to make time disappear. And now, you open it, stare at it, and feel nothing. Not sadness, not boredom, just a strange, hollow distance. This is called emotional blunting, and it's one of the most disorienting signs of emotional exhaustion. Your mind, trying to protect itself from more pain, starts muting everything, including joy. It's not necessarily depression. It's your nervous system saying, I need to conserve whatever I have left. The dangerous part? You might start believing you've just changed, that you no longer care about anything, but you haven't lost who you are. You've just lost your energy to feel. Sign 3, you're physically tired even when you haven't done much. You didn't run a marathon. You didn't move furniture. You sat at a desk, replied to messages, maybe had a few conversations. And yet, by 3 in the afternoon, you feel like you've lived 3 days in one. Here's something most people don't realize. Emotional labor burns real energy. Every time you suppress how you feel, manage someone else's emotions, or pretend you're okay, your brain consumes energy like a machine working overtime. The mental cost of not falling apart is enormous. Emotional exhaustion eventually becomes physical exhaustion. They're not separate. Your body keeps the score. Sign 4. You've started pulling away from people. Your phone buzzes. It's a friend, a good one, someone you actually like. And your first reaction is to not answer. Not because you're angry, not because something happened, just because the idea of having to talk, to explain, to perform being okay takes more energy than you have. Emotional exhaustion creates a painful irony. The people who could help you feel better become the people you most want to avoid, because connection requires energy and you're running on empty. This withdrawal often looks like introversion from the outside, but on the inside, it's closer to survival. You're not choosing loneliness. You're just too tired to choose anything else. Sign 5. You feel like nothing you do actually matters. You complete a task. You finish something. Someone compliments you. And instead of feeling good, you feel nothing. Or worse, you think, so what? This is emotional exhaustion at its deepest level. When we're emotionally depleted, the brain's reward system becomes suppressed. Accomplishments don't register as wins. Effort doesn't feel worth it. You start going through the motions. doing things because you have to, not because they mean anything. This isn't weakness. This isn't laziness. This is what happens when a human being gives more than they receive, for too long, without a real break. Emotional exhaustion is not a personal failure. It's a signal that somewhere along the way, you started pouring from a cup you never refilled. If you recognized yourself in even 2 or 3 of these signs, take that seriously. Not because something is wrong with you, but because something important has been ignored for too long. The first step isn't fixing everything. The first step is just stopping and acknowledging, I am tired and I deserve to rest. If this video felt like it was speaking directly to you, the next one might too. We're going to talk about something most people never do, what emotional recovery actually looks like, and why rest alone isn't always enough. It's already coming. Make sure you're here for it.